It's time for a preliminary crush of some quartz from the lost St. Patrick's gold mine. I have hand selected the smaller pieces from the larger ones to crush today in the dolly pot. I have a genuine question about this larger piece. It's just too nice to crush. I think I'd rather keep it as a specimen. What do you think? Please comment. I'd like to know your opinion. Out of all the smaller pieces, these three look the most appealing. Very little resistance crushing that first piece through the dolly pot. A lot more white coloring than I'd like to see in my quartz. I want to see more reds and blacks. This one definitely looks better than the first one. That second piece has been pulverized. Time for number 3. The third piece has been officially crushed through the dolly pot and classified. Again, too much white coloring, not enough reds and blacks. This is what has gone through the dolly pot and been classified through 60 mesh. It gets a little tiring after a minute, so I decided to utilize the ball mill. Now that's more like it. That would have taken me several more hours through the dolly pot. The last little bit of the crushed St. Patrick's quartz going through the classifier now. I believe this is a sufficient amount to do a preliminary test of this quartz. The rest will remain on hold. Let's do a dry weight of the crushed preliminary sample. If I could get this scale to tar for me. Hopefully it's not too much for the scale. There's the weight of the dry material. I'm only going to start out with half a pan at a time because unfortunately this red pan will not fit in my bowl. Make sure to thoroughly saturate your material. Break up all the clumps. Shaking things up a bit. Make sure all the heavies get settled to the bottom. Down to the bottom of the pan. A little bit of blonde sand still left in there. Not a very good yield thus far. Ready for pan number 2. Looks like I need to add a little bit more surfactant. Here's the bottom of the second pan. Still a little bit of blonde sands remaining. I'm gonna dry this material up and get an accurate weight, as well as get some good photos or video of the concentrates under the microscope. Roasting the concentrates. Time to remove the concentrates from the oven. To keep things consistent, gonna weigh a dry coffee filter. Tar this scale. Grab the concentrates. 7.33 grams. Not an ideal amount of concentrates collected. Makes sense to see why the mine had been left unworked. Let's take a much closer look with the microscope. Could very well be silver. I'm not seeing anything very gold looking thus far. We'll keep looking. Definitely silver. Here's something that's got a kind of tinge of gold on it, if I can get this camera to focus. Here's another whitish metal. Honestly, not a very good result. Maybe that's why Whoever started that mine walked away from it. Time to start another jar of concentrates. Looking forward to the next smelt. Thank you for watching.